Vets want to help your pet and you, but death threats aren't good for anyone's health. Claire Cannon. I've been a vet for 18 years, and I hope you never have to bring your pet to see me. I'm an oncologist, so all my patients have cancer. It's a tough time for families, often tougher on them than their pet. Your dog doesn't know they have cancer, and we're having difficult conversations about surgery, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, palliative care. Your cat doesn't know we're discussing how long they might have left to live. Your guinea pig doesn't know I'm recommending amputating their leg. The guinea pig went on to live a full happy life with 3 legs. I used to say I went into veterinary instead of human medicine because I loved the science but didn't want to deal with people. What I had clearly failed to consider is that, for most vets, not dealing with people is not an option. Sometimes I look at specialties like pathology, anesthesia, and radiology, where you rarely talk to clients, and wonder how I ended up in oncology where talking to clients is most of my job. To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. Clients often say I don't know how you do your job after I have euthanized their pet or when I am counseling them about end-of-life care. To me, those parts of my job are about relieving suffering, advocating for the animal, and helping people. That's incredibly rewarding. The hard part is when clients take out their stress and fear on me and my co-workers. Despite recent publicity around the high rates of mental ill health and suicide in the veterinary profession, I often wonder if clients have any idea. Recently, colleagues at an emergency clinic had death threats made to them by clients when the staff didn't want to discharge the seriously injured animal. A friend was once told by a client that they would kill their dog with a sledgehammer rather than pay for euthanasia. We understand. You're worried about your pet. We are too. I've come in at 3:30 a.m. to help an intern deal with a client whose dog had cancer which had spread to its brain. I was then accused of killing the dog when it had a seizure and died. I've had a client yell at me about complications his dog had from a procedure I had nothing to do with. My nurses were outside the door listening, so they could intervene if they thought he was going to get violent. All vets have heard that we're only in it for the money when we explain the costs of veterinary care. We understand. You're worried about your pet. We are too. A vet friend of mine posted a meme recently that said sometimes I wake up at 3 a.m. thinking about your dog. There is no extra charge for this. It's typically 4 a.m. for me. We want to help your pet and you, but sometimes it's difficult. Many vet clinics have a sign on their door or a message on their phones along the lines of "Please respect our staff." Abusive behavior will not be tolerated. I wonder if these signs make any difference. If you're upset enough to make death threats, you're probably not in a frame of mind to take those messages on board. Although we dwell on the difficult clients, I know that most appreciate the care we give them and their pets. I remember a dog who was given an accidental chemotherapy overdose and spent a week in intensive care. Months later, I bumped into his owner in a hair salon, and she thanked me again for taking care of her dog. When I went to pay for my haircut, she had paid for me. The clients who say, "Thank you so much for taking the time to call," when I phone to offer my condolences, and "Thank you for everything you did for us," when I wish I could have done more. The clients who send photos of their pets on adventures so we can see them at their best. The cactus a client gave me after her dog died because she wanted me to have something that would last. The client who found me in a different country, in a different job, years after I cared for his dog because his wife had recently died and he found the gift she had forgotten to send me among her things. We will do our best for your pet no matter what, and we get it, people are people, but if you're a difficult client, know that we won't forget. We're people too. Claire Cannon is a diplomate of the American College of Veterinary Internal Medicine, Oncology, and a registered specialist in veterinary oncology.